Hey guys, welcome back to Spooky Island, and today we are back with another episode of 5 Minute Review. Now, this film I've just finished watching is none other than Free Guy. I've just got back from the cinema, um, but we are here with another episode of 5 Minute Review. I'm gonna do as much as I can in 5 minutes, no more than 5 minutes, and let's get straight into it. First of all, this will not have any spoilers, so you have nothing to worry about if you haven't seen the film. I'm going to give my personal review, personal reaction on the film as a whole, pick up bits I liked, and yeah. So, the first thing I want to say is the biggest thing I think you can say is that this film is so funny. This film is very well made. It's such a good story. It's got such a great cast, and Ryan Reynolds. This is probably his best performance I've seen since Deadpool. Like, it might be on par with Deadpool. Like, him as Deadpool is insane, but like, it's like him in this film works so well. He's so like it just works so well. Like, I don't think you can get a better person to play Guy than Ryan Reynolds. It just works so well, and yeah, I mean, the whole film is just so good. I really, really like this film a lot. It is very similar to Wreck-It Ralph and Ready Player One, and I love both films. I love them a lot, and I love when this kind of thing happens for a film, a game where you have both like the real world and the inside and the outside of a game. Um, it's only been done a few times, but it works very well. And again, they have absolutely smashed it. Sean Levy, Ryan Reynolds, the whole cast, Joe Keery, like, absolutely great. So good. This show really is good, and there's a lot, as you can imagine, there's a lot of Easter eggs. Obviously, now 20th Century Fox has been bought by Disney. There is a lot of Disney, and there's a lot more than just Disney. I will say that I won't spoil anything, but there's a lot of Easter eggs in this film, and a lot of cameos by YouTubers and streamers and content creators and influencers. But unlike Space Jam, it works. They have YouTubers doing YouTuber stuff in this film. They have streamers streaming, whereas in Space Jam, I think people kind of took it, or people didn't take it, people saw it as like Warner Bros. Will chuck anything in your way as soon as they can. And that film was a whole marketed film, and I know Space Jam is enjoyable for a lot of people. I personally really enjoyed Space Jam. It was a lot better than I thought, but I'm not here to talk about Space Jam. This film does a lot better with its marketing and its product placement um, than Space Jam did, in my personal opinion. This film, like I said, it was very well made. It's very well made, and they should be very proud of what they've achieved. And I can just imagine the budget on this film was very high, but I think it would definitely pay off. And the reviews you are seeing online are very accurate. I was even going to say is that they're a bit underrated. I would say this film for me is is probably a high 90s, and I'll get to my review in a second though. But yeah, I mean, like I said, there's I love films that have great inwards and outward stories with the game, so you can see stuff in the game and then you see stuff out the game in the real world, and this does it very well. There's a lot of parallels as well, which is very well executed for the story purpose. Um, when it comes to parallels between the real world and the game, and kind of get lost in what's what. Uh, just like Ready Player One, there's points in this film where you're so like glued to this real like game that is like you kind of get lost in what's real or what's not. And there, I'm sure there's developers right now watching this film and like we need to make a game like this because oh my god, would it sell? But the last thing, and I think the best thing I can say about this film is that it's 100% worth going to the cinema to watch. 100%. And a lot of people obviously like, for most films in the pandemic, there's a lot of hype that died off a lot of the films, as you'd expect, because they weren't getting publicised and they weren't getting marketed and etc. because they couldn't come out. But this film had it very rough. This film had been pushed back multiple times, and I think a lot of people kind of forgot about this film, and I'm glad to see it doing well, and I'm glad there are people going out their way to see this film, and I think you should too. If you're wondering whether you think you should go see this film in cinemas, I definitely say you should. It's definitely worth it. You will have a great time, and this film is probably my favourite video game film since Wreck-It Ralph. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace.